Diesel, Shawn Michaels with that. But yeah, the enforcer role was, Brodus Clay was made for that enforcer role.
I think sometimes they kill it though, because if you look at Bull Buchanan, B Squared, you look at Luke Gallows, they have the enforcer. They don't keep them as the enforcer. This person eventually turns and then tries to go on for a singles career, and then that's where they lose it. It's very, very rare. I think Kevin Nash could possibly be the main exception to the rule where an enforcer has gone on to bigger and better things.
Yeah. Yes, I mean, sorry, I'm just getting messages again. It's everyone's like, oh, you got a message, you're getting a message, and but yeah, it's top right. I think when you think of all the enforcers and everything that's gone off, they don't use them as much as they used to do. And then you look at the big men that's happened in wrestling. It seems like for every Brodus Clay, there seemed to be an Akeem as well. And
Akeem was brilliant. Akeem and Big Boss Man, Twin Towers.
Yeah. Akeem was the one-man gang, and he came back as the African Dream, and taking on the Mega Powers.
Yeah.
And you got Akeem coming in. You had the one-man gang was Akeem, and you had big guy tag team with them all, the Natural Disasters.
Yeah, I think one thing that the big guys are very underrated. If you look at Bam Bam Bigelow, when they brought in the American football player, Lawrence Taylor, was it?
Yeah.
And Bam Bam Bigelow made that guy look like an actual seasoned veteran. He made him look like a wrestler. He made him look good. And all he did was let this guy throw him about and played it so well. Yokozuna, what he just mentioned there, Yokozuna was absolutely superb.
Oh yeah, I think that the only thing they did with Yokozuna, they built him up to have that match at WrestleMania against Bret, and then all of a sudden he lost in under 2 minutes, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, what are they doing to it? Here we go again. Another case of a big push, put him up to the top, and then all of a sudden Hogan pulls his trump card and whack, you destroy him in under 2 minutes.
At that time, let's face it, Hogan was the business, so there wasn't much he could do wrong or put his foot wrong in, so that was just how it meant to be.
I think the only thing that people remember Yokozuna for was the when Lex Luger did it on that USS.
The Body Slam Challenge.
Yeah, the Body Slam Challenge.
Jesus. Oh, again, no, don't take nothing away from Yokozuna. Remember the tag team he had with Owen Hart? They were good.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I thought they were genuinely good.
Yeah. Because British Bulldog was tag champions with Yokozuna for one night. So he was a tag team champion with them. So, Mecha Man, the Luger's dreadful video. Dear me.
Oh, the tour bus. Oh, yeah, that was bad news.
The Lex Express.
That was it. That was painful, but you know what? That's only because we're looking back at it now. At the time, as kids or teenagers or whatever, we probably thought that was amazing.
Yeah. We always had them corny music videos. I mean, they had it when Shawn Michaels lost his smile, and they had the Lex Express, and oh, dear me. They always had it. They always that one. I still think the best music video was the Sacrifice one for Austin, with the Sacrifice music from Creed, and Michael and when he said everything they went through, and they had the Triple H arguments and stuff. But then music videos were like, but yeah, I mean, we'll get back to the Yokozuna thing. I mean, Yokozuna, God rest his soul. I'm glad he's in the Hall of Fame, because it's about time somebody actually said, well, he should be in it. And then you look at his family, and it's Rikishi, another big guy.
The Usos, who arguably aren't the picture of what you'd expect from a WWE tag team, but they're extremely talented. They're all larger boned fellas.
Yeah.
Usos not so much, but I agree, it's immense.
I think when you look at all the stuff that's happened, I mean, when you get from Yokozuna and you get to and everybody said, oh, Yokozuna, he must be Japanese, and then found he was really Hawaiian.
Yeah.
And you had Rikishi, he comes from the same family as Rikishi, and then you got Rikishi with the stink face. And
yeah. But again, all entertaining guys.
Rikishi was brilliant. The only person I know that could wear fat wear and get away with it and wear the word fat on his front of his clothes.
Yeah, only because it was PH, because it just made it so much cooler.
And wear a thong.
And wear a thong.
Tassels.
Oh God! And doing the famous Vince McMahon Kiss Your Ass Club, and
Yeah.
that was it just, I mean,
No one quite backed their ass up like Rikishi did.
no, nobody did that, and nobody could dance just like Rikishi could with Too Cool.
No, this is true. That was the best thing about Too Cool, was when Rikishi was part of it.
I must admit, I was genuinely shocked when we found out that Rikishi drove the car that knocked over Stone Cold.
Yeah, he was the fall guy for the wrong reasons.
I thought, nah, it can't be Rikishi. But that was the worst heel turn ever, because he just got no, it was over and done with quicker than you could blink. Stephen flooded in the chat room. Oh dear. Oh, here we go.
I'll take it Mrs. PCW isn't on here to see that for him to say that.
Oh dear. Oh my God, here we go.
Okay, I mean it's another subject that we thought of that not a lot of people talk about, but there's a lot of content to it. With the big guys, Rikishi was such an impact again in the Attitude Era, especially. He brought so much to it as a big guy, but also just as a character on his own.
Yeah, I think there's other ones. I mean, you get with Rikishi, but I always think of the big guys. I mean, you had Rosie and Jamal as well, who became with Rosie became Umanga, wasn't it?
Umanga, yeah. And mind you, let's not mention fucking Botch Machine Mabel.
Oh dear. Oh, Men on a Mission, God Benny.
Yeah. King of the Ring, then he broke Diesel, then he broke The Undertaker, and then it was like, this guy's not for us.
Oh, sorry, King Mabel became Big Daddy V, Viscera.
To Future Endeavored.
Yeah. And we had all these different names for him, and oh dear. The only guy, I mean, he had more gimmicks than bloody Kane has. Oh, that's I think I was in Sheffield when they won the tag titles in Sheffield one night. They beat the Quebecers.
The Quebecers, Jesus.
Yeah, they beat them one night, and it was a house show, because title changes never happened at house shows. And we went to Sheffield, and it was the Hulk Hogan one. I remember seeing him for the first. It was like '93, and he came over, and I think Men on a Mission just won it, but then they lost it 2 nights later. But I didn't care, because I actually saw a title change.
Yeah,
I was happy at that, but it's it's one of them things. I mean, all the big men and everything, and then with the size of when in wrestling, I mean, we go through them all, but there was always somebody. Every time you thought, oh, 94, yeah, something like that, yeah. And I just think that I'm old, I forget years. Yeah, 94, because 93 I saw Dunk. I'm on the UK Rampage 93 video. That's it. That's that one. But you look at all the big men with the wrestling and size, and just look at them with affection, and you don't look at them like, oh, that was there with an evil one. You always look back. I mean, everybody remembers Vader with the match with Shawn Michaels.
Oh, genius.
Away from the ring, Vader is the biggest pussycat and the biggest teddy bear everybody says there's ever been in the wrestling world.
But one thing that I read ages ago about Bam Bam Bigelow, he rescued, I think it was 3 people from a burning house and had 3rd-degree burns all over his body. So he's a genuine hero.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Vader was genius. I don't think he's changed at all when we saw him on Raw to watching him on Raw against Shawn Michaels, or watching him on WCW where he had that big crazy ass mask on. The man's never changed.
Oh yeah, I think when you look at yeah, I mean, Vader hasn't changed. I mean, the pop he got, he deserved it. I'm gonna say now, I think Vader's. I mean, next year we know with WrestleMania and everything like that, but I think it'd be nice if Vader went into the Hall of Fame next year.
He's definitely had a Hall of Fame career all over any promotion he's worked for.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think back when you on about Bam Bam, there's one thing that comes to my mind with Bam Bam, and that's when he fell through the ring in ECW with Taz on his back.
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing. And then he literally had to drag Taz out of the hole.
And then, and that's on the Rise and Fall of ECW video DVD, and that's one of the best DVDs ever.
Agreed.
Got that. And so, but yeah, I think Bam Bam, you had Vader, Bam Bam. I think the middle 90s.
Okay, you know, I'd bring it back to the Big Boss Man. He did so much, and he went through all the different promotions. He got, what was his name? In WCW when he went over there after he was at
We had
WWE.
it was the Guardian Angel.
Yeah, Guardian Angel.
Big Ray Trailer.
Yeah, Big Ray Trailer, Big Bubba Rogers, I think it was.
I think the big boss man had his moment. I mean, when he came back and he was all dressed in black and he had the big thing on.
Part of the corporation.
And then he had the worst part of what has to be one of the worst gimmick matches in history, the kennel in the cell.
Oh, heartbreaking.
And him against Al Snow. With Dobermans and Rottweilers around the cage. And I thought I got visions of that being a great match, but then when you watched it, it was like, no, that stunk out of place.
It did. It was absolute pants. It was shocking.
Yeah.
It was a shame. I mean, look at the nightstick on a pole match that he had with Nails. You genuinely thought that was a brutal, painful match, and WWE done a really clever thing within the magazines and the videos. You saw the picture afterwards where they were all battered and bruised, and it just added to that whole emotion of the match.
Yeah. I know this is a... Oh, there you go. Oh, dear, someone's put the bleeding match on. Oh, no. The YouTube link. This chat room, they're putting all the links in. It's great. They know their stuff. It's superb. I still think I remember... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh.
Please don't mention the Great Khali and the Big Show in that stupid bamboo cage match.
No, I'm not. I'm not really going there.
Yep.
Oh, thank God for that.
Prison match. Oh, dear. I'm not going to mention the Great Khali, mate. Let me tell you the truth.
Did you know, someone mentioned it to us the other day, that the Great Khali is still considered in India the world heavyweight champion because they just show replays of him with the belt and stuff. They've not actually released a video of him losing the title.
Oh, my God.
Because it's such a big attraction and a big thing for the Indian audience. It's probably down the same lines as what they did with Rinka King.
Yeah. Well, so the latest film with that Rinka King is they're taking it to Argentina next.
Really?
Yeah, they're going to go and do Argentina next, apparently. Because they've seen the successful it's happened over there. They're going to do a new style in Argentina.
Fair enough, but what they may do is they may bring, I don't know if it will be the luchador influence that they'll bring to it, so it could work out fairly well in all fairness. Seamus Island's just made a good point. If they did the same thing, brought it to England and brought a lot of the English talent in,
yeah,
it can work in the right way if it's done in the right way.
I think I watched one episode of Rinka King and I thought, yeah, okay. But I just said, no, that's for the Indian thing. Oh, excuse me, we've got a phone call coming here. Who's this? Hello, you.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hiya, it's Andy Hogg. I thought I'd give you a call. See how you doing?
That's what you think.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've probably lost a bit of signal, eh? Hello? Oh, you still there? Hello?
yeah,
I'll ring you back in a sec. I think my phone signal's gone. I'll try again in a sec.
all right. Oh dear.
Almost worked anyway.
Yeah. Oh dear.
But in all fairness, watching Rinka King, I'd watched a few episodes, and the episodes I watched, the talent they had there was amazing. They had Luke Gallows, Chris Masters, Harry Smith, Magnus, Matt Morgan, Chavo Guerrero. They just had all these guys, and it was only a handful of Indian talent. So the show that they put on was impressive.
Hey, that sounds better. How are you doing?
One. Yeah.
Has it been a long day? We're just busy in the middle of training at the moment, so I thought I'd give you a call, see how you're getting on.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So I was listening. You had quite a few. Like G-Man was on quite a while with you last night and this morning, and then old Roughneck's been on. So it sounds like you're getting quite a good crew.
Yeah. Well,
Doing a grand job. So I thought I'd come up. We're just in the middle of training. We've worked hard. We're still working hard. There's a bit of grappling going on in the background. So thought I'd give you a call and say what a great job you're doing. And how you're raising money for such a good cause. Just basically keep it going. So how are you finding it?
Well, I'm getting there.
I'm getting there. Yeah, you broke the back of it. You're over the halfway mark. Oh, good. Well, we've been training since 2. We had the joyous Sheffield traffic was a bit of a nightmare, so I was going to give you a call before when we're driving up, but we were just wrestling with congestion rather than with each other. So we've been training since 2 up at Dronfield, the S18. It's got quite a good turnout. We've got one of your favourite guys, the Demolition Man, Mikey Van Riot. He's not falling down any stairs today, which is always good. We've got the world champion of Sheffield, Dangerous Danny Debris, here as well. Me, Machine, Mark Sanders, and loads of the other guys off the DVD, and from the web matches and that you've seen. So we're good. We're busy working hard, learning some new stuff, in and out of the showers in Sheffield, getting ready for like our August show, which it'd be a pleasure if you made it, because our normal re-announcers is away there. So if you fancy coming and announcing for us, there's a vacancy there. And like my good lady was saying to you last night, you don't need to wear a suit or a tie or anything. You're more than welcome if you want to come and do that.
Do you know you'd be mad not to?
I will get house.
So it should be quite a good event. And the plan for the show is, as it's my 36th birthday, I know I look a lot younger and fresher than that, but yeah, I'm 36. I've been wrestling, and it'll be the 15th year anniversary of the start of my wrestling career. So we're having as big a battle royal as we can to try and sort of the Pigman Invitational, make it a bit special. And then we'll have like an after party at the walkabout and that, and see how we get on. So I'm hoping that quite a few names from the past might come out for us. If not, we'll showcase like some of the lads that we've got training. It's like the last three sessions, like just over a week, we've had over like 40 people at training, of which like 29 of them are like different. So we're doing quite well. We're getting some good numbers. Got a good roster. A lot of good talent out there. We're working them hard, training them properly, everything insured, regulated, trying to do things the right way. Build wrestlers, build people. Try and drive like a work ethic and an athletic background. Because I know one of your other passions is like rugby league, and you started off the rugby league show. And as a child and a teenager and like an early adult, I played a huge amount of rugby union and rugby league, sort of semi-pro at both. Got a great rugby league story to tell you. Probably not that relevant to the rest of your audience, but one of my heroes growing up was the old British rugby league winger, Des Drummond.
Yeah, Des.
And I had the pleasure, when I used to play at Barrow, of training with Des in the twilight of his career, which basically you have to be to be at Barrow. Either that or you have to be a local. So we're training with Des, and it was one of my heroes as a child, because I remember him being on the old 70s show Superstars and being great on that. And so whenever we trained, everyone called him Taxi. And I never understood why everyone called him Taxi. And it turned out that the club he was at before Barrow, he was up at work in town, we gave him a club car. and when he took it in for servicing, the garage rang the club, and he went, I don't know what this guy's doing, but in 6 months he's done 150,000 miles in this club car. So they investigated it, and basically Des had his own car, and he rented the club car to his mate, who was a taxi driver. So everyone used to call him Taxi. So, just awesome. But yeah, we're here with my good lady's been working hard in the chat room, trying to keep me going. And doing a fantastic job. How much have you raised now?
We've got.
Oh, sorry, you went a bit crackly. How much have you got?
We're just touching about £300 now.
Oh, right. And that's when does all the eBay stuff work? Or go cash in? Yeah, like 24 hours. Or buy the big Preston DVD one.
Yeah, that's it.
No, cool. It's fantastic that so many people want to help out, and like myself and Danielle and some of the lads from here were quite lucky that we went to the charity show for Callum that Chris Travis, Sheffield Wednesday fan, organised for him up in Creswell. And again, they did a fantastic job that night of raising stuff for him, both like the guys that appeared, like people like Sean Hammer Davis and Keith Meyer and Double Gum and Travis himself, and that all there turned out and put on a great show for him, raised some money. There's some fantastic raffle prizes there, like Dave Rain at Future Shock had given a lot of the DVDs, and we gave some tickets to some of our shows. And it's just nice that like, wrestling, sometimes it's not all about the wrestlers or the individuals and the egos and that, but there are a lot of people that want to do a lot of good things, and it's great that everyone wants to put differences aside or just put a little bit of helping hand together to get like young lads like Callum who've unfortunately had quite a hard life for the stuff that's been dealt with them, and just helping them out as best we can, helping those less fortunate, and it's a good thing. And to be honest, it's like what we've always tried to do here at the NCWA is that we want to use the wrestling to help people in life, not just learn how to wrestle, but learn how to get on with people, give them a bit of confidence, getting them in like a better state, healthy, fit. Like we work with quite a lot of people that come to the school have different learning difficulties, different health issues, and we try and help as many people as we can. Like at the shows, like we try and put a little bit of joy, a bit of light, and try and put some things back, not just take them all away. I said it's great that people like you, people like Chris Travis, Sheffield Wednesday fan for you, and put in so much effort, and then all the different DVDs and that you've got on the show. Are you pleased with like the efforts that everyone's put in for you? Sorry, this phone's gone a bit distorted again.
Yeah, I had because I just wanted people to realise about Callum and get the profile of Callum and just saying, look, I just thought I could do something and I didn't know what it was, and all of a sudden on the show one night I thought I'm going to do a 24-hour show. I said it, I went, what have I said? What have I said? And I'm glad. I always want to say I'm going to do it. She's able to watch Cash.
But yeah, like I said, it's just such a good thing, and it's so good that people want to come and help out and do different things. Yeah. Listen, I'm really struggling with the phone line in hearing you, so it might be because we're in Dronfield, or it might just be because we're in the middle of like different rainstorms and sunshines. Right. So what I'll do is I'll probably give you a call back when we finish training. We're training till 5, so I'll probably be home towards the 6-ish mark.
Okay.
one of the other guys here, Ben Hampton, that does the Body and Soul podcast, he said he was going to give you a call later. So he booked in to give you a call. And I might, on the drive back, I'll be driving, so I won't be ringing to all those people out there. Remember, don't use your mobile phones while driving. Not only is it illegal, you'll get points, it's also dangerous. So I'll get to some of the passengers in the car to give you a ring and keep you going. And hopefully, not too much longer now, till 11 o'clock. And then you'll see the joyous, joyous time, and hopefully raise a good sum to Callum, put him at the forefront of people's mind. And it's not just all the money that you'll raise today for him, or when the eBay auctions finish, either all the 24-hour ones today and the longer one next week for all those DVDs. It also puts the spark in people, so that maybe like some of the other guys that have helped out with promotional stuff, they'll have like the odd collection buckets at their shows. We'll put like a collection bucket at our August show, and then there's other people that have listened into the show that think, you know what, I could do this little bit. Just like every penny, every pound, every £10, it all adds together, and it gets him nearer the mark to get into the States and to help out.
Yeah, definitely. So, but thank you very much for ringing in, and it's very.
No worries. I'm sorry that the joy of modern technology means that mobile phones and Skype and everything don't always work hand in hand together. But no, I'll give you a call and keep doing what you're doing. It's a fantastic thing, and I'll speak to you soon. All right, take care.
Mr. Andrew the Pigman Hog. It's great. I mean, the fact that all these people are in. Oh dear. Dino Dad. Oh, what a surprise. Look who's back.
He's gone now, mate. Don't worry about it. Let that go.
Yeah, well.
That was nice of Andy to ring up, though, and do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, people in the chat room, you know you've got all these people that's things. If he comes back in, kick him out. I don't care. He's just doing my viewing figures great. I just like doing up my viewing figures for me. But I think it's funny. But there we go.
That's fine. It's good. Again, that was a nice show of support from Andy, saying what he was saying about the show and stuff. And Danny's obviously doing their part too.
Yes, correct. Yes, Chris. That's the troll. Anything that comes up with Dino, that's Mr. Roberts. Yeah, there you go. Mr. Roberts. Hello, Andy. Hope you're well. Look, there you go. He's spending all his life coming in. This is what we had about 3 or 4 o'clock this morning. He is an absolute disgrace. But he's doing my viewing figure. I love him. It's great. The fact that he's taking time out of his life to come and listen to me, and he's going to try and all these, and it's just words. It's just words in the chat room. And if he thinks that's going to disrupt me, wrong. I just think he's hilarious that he's an internet person who's got a little life and he's doing that to me. But hey, guess what? It's just hilarious that he changes his name, but it's always Dino, and that's the funniest thing.
Yeah, we'll move on. Danny, I appreciate the fact that you got Andy to ring in and do that, and I'm sure Dino does too.
Thank you very much. Also, I would say it's same as always. It's great to speak to him. And I'm going to see him about the 4th of August, definitely. If I can't, it's just because I've moved house. I'm moving house on the 24th of July. Yeah, really.
Yeah, we'll leave that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, carry on what you were saying, man.
I think when we're going back with the big man as some.
Yeah. Okay, well, we got back into talking about Rinky King before as well.
Yeah.
The last show I watched, there was a massive amount of talent that were on there that would have made any promotion proud.
Yeah.
We had Luke Gallows, Chris Masters, Matt Morgan, Chavo Guerrero, Magnus, Harry Smith, Scott Steiner. I don't know if that's a bit of a taboo one to say, but I still think he's great.
It's oh, there we go. He's back, coming back in all the time now. Dino, are you kissing Asa? It's funny. He's great. I think when we look at, I mean, like I said, I only saw it once, but the talent that they had, it's it's really getting to a stage where the talent they had was a great thing to get it set up. But where do you go from there? Like they just did it one thing, and I don't think that was Boone. I don't think that was Boone, Brandy. No.
Yeah, I agree with what you were saying. They brought all this talent over, and there was only a small percentage that was actually Indian talent, if we're going to use that term.
Yeah.
So it was tough to get the balance right, I guess.
I don't think they had. I think they had Sanjay Dutt, and I don't know about the others, but I know his name is, and he's. But
maybe I think it's done on a TV series basis, though. So maybe the second season, shall we say, will be a more improved version.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Guess, yeah. Look at that. Look at these messages in the chat room.
It's a shame you can't spell famous.
Mm. When you get famous on TNA radio like me, then talk to me, you piece of... Yeah.
If he's asking you to talk to him, he's coming onto your radio show asking for you to talk to him.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, move on. Nixie, why are you still not in the equation and talking? There's only me and Dino doing talking here.
Nixie.
You are the co-presenter.
Sorry, I'm muted.
It's that microphone of hers. I think it's gone.
It is. No, it's still here.
All right.
Just my stepdad's going to pick me one up. They've gone out. They're going to get me another one, an Argos Value range one.
Oh.
Don't call that Steve Fludder.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna keep an eye on this chat room because I'm gonna catch him.
Yeah, do so. Just kick him out. It is that. But do you know what, Steve? I'm in the same. When Babe Station's not on, I can either play on the Xbox or just troll the internet. That's all I've got left in my life.
Aww. Oh, guess 551. Here we go.
It's nice. It gets the attention anyway.
Yeah. So.
Good move. That's where I'm going wrong. I'm not Sky Plusing it to watch it again.
Yeah. Damn right. Yeah.
But to be fair, it cost me about £60 in phone calls just asking them what type of shoes they're wearing before I actually get to do anything else. So if I recorded that, I could be getting more value for money.
Hmm. There's always, I think it's funny the fact that this imbecile is doing this all the time. But I know who he is. He's on Facebook. I know exactly who he is. I've blocked him. The only crime I've done to this gentleman is remove him off my friends list, and that's all. And this is what's happened since. But this is what he wants to do with his life. Fine, let him do it. I don't care. I'm not going to talk about his name. His name is Andy Roberts. Andy Roberts is his name. He's got a photograph of him. He's wearing a green t-shirt, and he's got a green t-shirt, and he's crouching down, and he's from America. I think it's down in Texas somewhere, and he's otherwise known as Jericho 130 as well. He has that on, if you're looking for that on Twitter, if you look for Jericho 130 on Twitter, that's him. He's definitely
Redneck hit, good call. That means he'll be on Jerry Springer or Jeremy Kyle USA sometime soon.
Yeah, it's funny. I think the thing is, but he's on Twitter. So if you want to keep on with him, do him on Twitter. Fine by me. Got my permission. But his name is Jericho 130, and he's on Xbox as Jericho 130 as well. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, he hasn't got a girlfriend. He hasn't got a life. He just spends his entire life on computers.
You sure it's not a sister or a cousin or something?
Yo, no, I'm positive. He is. He's completely deranged. And but there we go.
Yeah. Well, look, we're top of the hour now. Do another run through with the eBay, and we'll see how well we're doing for Callum.
All right. We've had £60 donated into the PayPal account. We've had £30 donated. Oh, here he is. Look. Hiya, Andy. Hope you're right, good. Yes, Dave, yes?
Hi, Andy, love you too.
Anyway, don't ban him. Just keep talking about what we're talking about, and we'll let him post his messages as we all know who he is and what he's doing.
Yeah.
Not indeed.
Thank you very much. But hopefully he's banned now.
He'll come back in, don't worry.
We've had £30 donated by Brendan. We've had £10 donated by Charles Riddle, who's in the chat room. And we've had £20 donated by Danielle, who's in the chat room. Thank you very much, guys, for that. That's a massive, massive donations. Thank you very much. So, Steve's going Chicken A Radio. Woo! Yeah. Right, so we've done that. That's £60 so far. And we go with the big eBays. And here we go. I've never done this so much work on eBay in my life. Preston's DVD collection is still £85, so that's £145 with that. Then we've got the 11 auctions. Nixie, I love you too. There we go. Get rid of him. Oh.
Go on, keep going on eBay.
What are things on Facebook? Let's have a look.
We've got £15 for the mitts for Sean the Hammer Davis. We've got £16 for the GPW box set DVDs. We've got £10.50 for the Southside Wrestling. We've got £10 for the Southside Wrestling T-shirt. With Future Pro Wrestling T-shirt and Future Mania DVD is £20. BWR Presenter for the night is £26. EBW 2-show DVDs. And a training top and a family ticket to an August show at £10. No bids on the CDs or the pipe bomb. And £36 for the inter-promotion VIP tickets for 7 promotions.
There's 2 there that I am definitely going to win.
Yeah.
One of them may be running British Wrestling Radio.
You've got hot competition on that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people going to do that one.
I know.
Mm.
And
Maybe
there's 5 of us on 30 minute pipe on, remember that.
It's just crazy the fact that all these things that's happening, but I mean, I'm not bothered, I don't mind. It's, Dino, I am sorry.
So if you calculate all those figures up, how much is that as a total for Callum?
Guest, listen. Yeah, right, I bet you are sorry. Don't want to upset you. Really? I don't care. You're not sorry at all. You don't care, because this is a charity show. This is a charity show, and you're spoiling it. So, get yourself.
Can I kick him next time he comes in, please? He's starting to pee me off a little bit.
If I make everybody in here, it's just doing me nothing now.
Andy, I love you. Andy, I do.
Alright, let me now. Let's just forget him because he's just doing me nothing now. He's just
I know.
getting it now.
Right, come on then. Well, let's move on with the show and carry on. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Here we go again.
Dino, kiss girl, lass.
Yeah, see, Nixie, can we not mention it now at all? I'm just trying to keep
Sorry.
it now. I don't want to see it. If I see it, fair enough, but I don't want it mentioned now at anything. That's it now. I don't want to even pollute him with my brain. I don't.
Right, well, don't worry about it. Let's just talk about something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've got a
Change
good figure of
subject.
money. Arguably £300 going towards Callum, and there's still plenty of time left on the eBay bids.
Yeah.
Joe, if you win the guest host for a day, what are you planning on doing?
If I tell you now, that will spoil the whole surprise, you see.
Oh, damn.
So, I'm not going to give it away too easy, but again, there's 5 of us who do what we do. All 5 of us will be on the show. And to be fair, we may be insistent that you and Dino are involved. So we'll see. If I win, then I'll tell you. If I don't win, we'll wait.
I've got to keep my word. The fact that I've got to keep my word that I will. All I will do that night is produce, and that's it. And I'll keep my word. I would not be involved in it. It's it'll be that night. It'll be your show, the way you want it, and you run it the way you want it, and that's simple as that.
I'm a bit worried because Rob was talking to me earlier and he's already talked about what he might be doing. So I'm slightly nervous. If
he's
I'm
got
not
to win
involved, I
first,
won't
in all
mind,
fairness.
but I can be fired for the night.
Well, again, he's got to win first, and I'm sure there's more than one person who's got their eye on that. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yes.
And remember, all this money's going towards an awesome cause. It would be a great laugh to host British Wrestling Radio and run the show, but again, it's for Callum, so let's keep that as a focus.
Oh, definitely. Everybody's doing the bit. We're hoping it all works out. We're over halfway to the most embarrassing thing of the week, the whole day. But so let's do it. And if that's the case, then I will do it.
Just remember, Dino, there's nothing embarrassing when it's for charity.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully. But we're gonna do it. We're getting there. We're just we're going all the way now. Listen, guys, can you do me a favor? Can you for 5 minutes while I go to the toilet? My body's going.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, guys. He's just doing crazy this thing now. Oh.
Divas match.
Yeah.
Yes.
Piss break. Well,
Yeah.
Nixie, I don't know if you've been to any indie shows yet. Are there any indie shows that you're going to look at going to very soon?
No, I haven't been to any yet, but there's a high chance that I'm going to go to SWE with Dean on the 18th.
Excellent. And when are you guys going to
I've
come
got
up
a
to the
message.
Northwest for a show with us lot?
Pardon?
When are you going to come up north for a show with us lot?
Will I make it back alive?
Yes.
You didn't sound very convincing.
You will be. I can only speak for myself, not the other guys, but I'll make sure you're okay.
Stocko, will I make it back alive? Where's Stocko? Is he still in?
He's still there. AMAX dropped out.
Stocko, will I make it back alive? No response. All
No
right,
response.
I'm scared. You know what? We actually have a samurai sword in this house. There's actually a temptation that I might bring it. Don't make promises you can't keep.
I can keep that promise, but you can't. Stocko can do whatever he likes. In all fairness, the indie shows have got such a brilliant feel to them because it's just a different arena altogether. We've been to the Raw and SmackDown shows, and you go, you sit down, you watch, you cheer, you go home. That's it. When you go to an indie show, well, there you go. Look at the equation that Steve Flood has put on there. Pipe bomb plus booze plus PCW equals bad idea. And I agree
Steve
with
and I
what
don't
Stocko
drink,
said.
so I'm safe in that sense.
Well, you'd think so. But if we drink, then it's a different ball game altogether.
You would think so, but at the same time, I went to a New Year's Eve, well, kind of a New Year's Eve get-together. I was the only sober one there. All I'd had all night was some apple ties, a Diet Coke, cherry Coke, and probably a bit of Dot's Pepper. And I was acting the most stupid. I was falling over everything. So...
Well, don't take it the wrong
it's
way.
not necessarily true. I'm probably the nuttiest one and always the sober one.
That's not bad. Don't take it the wrong way. What Steve's put there is true in a good way. When we go to the PCW shows, yes, we do drink, but we have a great laugh. The PCW shows are superb, so we're always amped up from that. And the after parties are absolutely brilliant. So, in one sense, it's a good, true reflection of what it's like, but you're just getting the wrong idea. The PCW shows themselves are absolutely superb. Brilliant cards, top to bottom, excellent interval entertainment, brilliant venue, and it's a nightclub, so you can stay and drink or dance there afterwards, whatever you please.
But I do look forward to going to like an English show because number one, I've never been. It's going to be a totally new experience, and I think it's more about fans rather than grandeur, if that makes sense.
Very much so, yes, it is.
It's more about a love of wrestling than a love of being a fan of something. I think it's going to be a completely different experience for me.
Yeah, that's why I said
That
it's
I
so
do
different
welcome.
to WWE. Because
But
you
I
actually,
welcome.
yeah, you get involved, you see the guys, they come down, they have a drink, they have a talk with you. Stocko tells Fludder that he loves them. That's how close you are with the guys. You standing next to them, having a drink, and you're talking to them, and it just has such a nice feel to it. That's why the British wrestling community is such a close-knit thing, and people do genuinely care about what others are doing and do support other people's.
Yeah. I mean, it's like with us, you know, we knew each other for a couple of days and we were carrying on like we'd known each other forever.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that's really welcoming to me when I kind of just walked into it, thrown in at the deep end, and you were all really nice to me, so kind of.
But that's it.
Kind of.
No, not kind of. We have been. It is. It's just a big family thing. The independent shows are brilliant because the guys who run them, book them, promote them, they're wrestling fans too, so they want to make sure that you enjoy it and you have a great time watching what's going on in the ring and outside the ring. So it's not a double-edged sword. For you as a fan, going to an independent show like PCW, like Future Shock, like Southside, it's all win for you.
Sorry, I was listening. You
No,
know
you
what
weren't.
I'm
You
doing
just
at the
didn't.
minute.
I know. Well, just ignore that for the time being.
I know. Sorry. Distractions.
Yeah, Casey's put a good idea in there. Why don't you all meet in the middle, like Sheffield, because it's easier for him? Good idea. Good idea.
It is. I mean, I've looked at the trains, and it is possible for me to get from South East London to Huntingdon. So, most certainly not Essex.
Close enough.
South East London. I'm from South East London. I'm not from
I can
Essex.
tell by the way you're talking. I know.
Yes, exactly. I hate the way I sound. I sound completely different now to how I actually sound when I listen to myself back. I listen to myself back and cringe. I'm actually jealous because I think Dean actually has a very, very good talking voice, and I think I sound crap.
Put it this way, we're 5 Scousers and we never ever listen to your shows again. We never listen to our shows afterwards, or we rarely do anyway. I don't. Yeah,
I listen to them back, but...
No. It's a great idea by Steve. Megabus, £1 each way. How can you go wrong with that?
A megabus.
Yeah, Megabus, £1. Just get a book or something to entertain yourself for a few hours. There you go, £1 there and back. How can you argue with that?
Yeah. Well, can't, especially since if you forget an Oyster card around here, it's about £2.30. Robbers.
This is true. The London transport system is a pain in the arse if you forget your Oyster card, and the company who you work for aren't paying.
I've got one of my best friends. She works on London Transport, and we had that strike recently.
Yeah.
And I just told her, I'm sorry, you don't need another bonus, and she just kind of went, you're entitled to your opinion. Don't myself, you don't.
Yeah.
She earns probably, I love her to death, but she earns more than I've seen in my entire life, and that includes birthdays. What?
That's just how it happens. The thing is, I reckon once you go to an indie show and once you get the feel for it and see what it's like, you won't want to see anything else. You won't be that bothered about going to watch WWE.
I think I'll get a feel for it. Now, my friend who's coming, I'm not quite sure how he's going to take it, but he's not a wrestling fan like me. I've just got to bring someone, because obviously I'm not going to come miles and miles out on my own. So I don't think my parents would like that.
No,
I know I'm in my 20s, but...
No, but that's, I think, and again, once you come to these shows and you see how much of a community feel to it is and how friendly everybody is, I think all the fears you've got of worrying about anything will just disappear.
I know. I think this is too thick.
Yes. Oh, I'm back now. There you go. I'm back all right now. I'm going to stand up because otherwise my legs are flat. So I'm going to put my laptop somewhere where it's going to be up high so I can see chat room. I can see Mr. Dickless if he comes in again. But, oh dear.
Well, there we go. Maybe that was an idea. We've got...
I was going for the piss, Steve. I just went, I really had to go because my body was like crying out for something, and it was more than piss, so I'm sorry, but I'm really body's crying out. I think my body's going crazy at the moment, but doing it. Oh, dear me. So, what's the topic of conversation of
indie shows, the difference between going to see an indie show and going to watch WWE.
Well, that's easy. The interaction between the fans and the people who work and the friendliness of everybody.
That was my point exactly. So you get such a much better feel and atmosphere when you go to an indie show than you will when you go and watch WWE. You turn up, you watch a show, you pay your money, you cheer, and then you leave. Where it's a bit different on the indie shows because you get to sit and talk to the guys. And I wouldn't say, like, obviously you're not best friends or anything, but you get to have a little chat with them, ask how they are on a personal level and things like that, and it makes all the difference. It's just more, not so much more exposure, but it just gives you a more satisfying experience when you go to see it. And it doesn't cost you a shitload of money as well, unless you drink a lot like we do, and then it can do.
Yeah. Thing, I go to Southside and it'll cost me £10 for the ticket, and the one in Huntingdon will be 10 for the ticket, 5 for the meet and greet, and it'll be like, this is not a boy, I'll have cans of beer, so I'll talk another tenner for that, and then there's the pub out. So, yeah, night for like 35 quid. 35 quid won't even get you a backstage, will just get you a reasonable seat at WWE, and look what happens with that.
And even reasonable isn't guaranteed for that much.
No. And you'll get the you get the feeling when you're in the WWE that, oh yeah, you're part of a big crowd, but when you leave the indie one, you think you were part of something special because you was one of the selected few to see this. And I mean, I don't mean that in a bad way. Sorry, not selected few. The fact that you was there and you went on your local promotion, you felt part. You was glad to see that hometown feeling that, hey, these guys came to my town to do this. You feel great inside you because you're like going, I've been supporting my local promotion. That's what I think about it, and I don't know what anyone else thinks.
No, I agree completely. But it's kind of like a money to value ratio. The value you get for your money at an indie show is amazingly different to a big show, but the overall feel to it is just different altogether.
Yeah.
The first show we went to was last December, where we went to the Nigel McGuinness show at PCW, and that was phenomenal. We had such a good time there. And that was the first time, and we've gone to every PCW show with the exception of, I think it was Spring Slam. Since then, we've been to see Infinite Promotion, we're going to go and see Future Shock, so it's an amazing thing. The indie scene is awesome. Once you have your first taste of it, you can't get away from it.
Yeah, I think if Nixie ever does see it, it's going to be a case of...
Yeah, once she's had a taste of it, she won't go anywhere else, so to speak.
Yeah.
Did you just say it'd be like 35 quid for the day to go to like an indie show?
Yeah.
Right. I paid 60 quid just for one SmackDown taping ticket in 2009. And that is without travel to even get there. And without paying, I spent about 60 quid alone on t-shirts and that.
Right.
So...
Right. This then has got Hoven Together, Dave Richards, and Lionheart, the Smash got one of the main tag team titles, Ego and the Predators. Travis and Martin Kirby. Right? This is £10. Second row is 12. 15. The meet $5, get to meet all the wrestlers and autographs and stuff like that. Dear. Oh dear. It's got to make because somebody can ban him like that, you know. And just the way it goes. But it's the way it happens at the shows, so you can't. It's one of the best you can see. So it really is. Oh dear, what's going on? Right.
You're a bit glitchy, Dean.
I'm glitchy.
A little bit glitchy. You can't in that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's clipping a bit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just stop. I think I'll get up. That long now. Stop it and start. That's okay.
You know, restart it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off. Andy, you little shit fucking idiot. Sorry, I don't mean to curse.
Stand our channel. We've had it.
Have you gone, Dino?
No. If he's on our channel, I'm really going to be so mad. Just don't.
Right, how can you shut down your channel, Dean?
Like
Right?
nobody's saying, because I'm watching you on the channel and you're still on here.
Yeah.
How can they shut you down? You're not doing anything that requires being shut down, are you? They can't shut you down when you've done nothing wrong.
No.
Exactly, so don't worry.
Yeah. It's,
Don't let him bother you. You're having a good run. Just ignore him, alright?
it's just anybody that comes in now, just get him out. I'm all over the place now because if we get banned just in TV,
You won't get banned. Just keep going. Just ignore it. Move on.
but
Let's get back on topic.
That sounds better, actually. You're a lot better now.
It's just because it's all because I took him off my friends list. I can't believe it. He's done this so well.
LOL what? I'm not even... Oh, whatever. Fuck off, you idiot.
Anyway. Time is now 16. We are getting to the last stage of the day. We're going now to near the last 6. So we've done 18 now.
I need to...
How did you think you'd feel at this stage, Dino, before you started recording, considering there isn't a lot of time left now? You're practically 2/3 of the way through now.
Yes. It's Lloyd. And I'm an admin. Pick you up duty. Yeah.
Hey, you said it best. Just ignore them and move on.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, what's the next show that you're going to take Nixie to? She said that you're going to take it to the next Southside show. Is this true?
This is Outside Distribution 3, I think it's called. The one with Project Eagle. This is the Predators and Davey Richards. Juventud Guerrera and yeah.
But it's good to know that when these guys do come over, they get themselves around everywhere possible, so everyone gets to see them regardless where they live in the country. I think that's an awesome touch.
It just seems that everything that has a it's just, I mean, the fact that cheers, thanks guys in the chat. I'm gonna be listen. I'm down now for some reason.
Nixie, was that your cat that I just heard purring on the microphone?
Yeah, she's being fed and she's going bananas.
Well, we're not interviewing her. She can't come on.
She likes you.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
She's rubbing her little face up against the microphone.
Mind you, do you know Juvi Guerrero coming over? Is this the only show that he's doing? It's the only one that I've seen where he's advertised so far.
I don't know. I don't know exactly how many of the shows he's doing, but I know he's coming over for the Southside one. He's doing.
Well, at least you'll be lucky enough to meet him, mate, and see him.
Yeah, I'm doing the $5 for the meet and greet, definitely.
Well, just make sure you know the goal. You got to do an interview with all 3 of them.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. That'll be one of them for the. That'll be one for the things.
That'd be amazing. I think that'd be absolutely amazing. I don't see why you can't do it.
Yeah, I'll try my best.
And look, at the end of the day, like we were talking about earlier on today, we're doing this because we're fans and it's a really fun hobby. We're not doing it for ourselves or to make money or be famous. So, you know, these guys will or should appreciate that.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one, I know. And so I'm just keep looking over my Justin TV link. I'm just looking at that all the time at the moment.
No need to, mate. Just keep rolling and keep doing what we're doing.
But I just think that the Southside shows, I like it because it's like it's in my hometown for one, so it makes it easier to get to.
Yeah.
And Oh, well, Death to Car, what the heck? Oh, you know, names in
But to be fair, we're extremely lucky where we are because we've got PCW, who are like the main show we've been to see. We've got Future Shock Wrestling, and now we've got Infinite Promotions coming up. So we're really lucky to have such a good offering of the shows to go and watch and see. Obviously, different things. Whereas I don't know what else you've got in the area, with the exception of Southside.
Yeah, I think we had LDN Wrestling come up a few weeks ago, and they come up and did a show near me, and I don't want to go and see them. I didn't want to heard so many bad things, so I didn't want to go and waste my money on them because but I think there's only Southside here at the moment. I might be wrong. I think there's only Southside around here, but we've got House of Pain up at Nottingham, and we've got you got House of Pain. You've got the Sheffield guys, EBW and NWCA. You've got the Birmingham, West Midlands, which is nearby, because I'm near Peterborough. So there's something happening in Peterborough, I know there is.
Yeah.
Then you've got London, which is only an hour away. And and that London's only an hour away by train. So it just depends where I want to go, really.
That's good, that's good. To be fair, one thing I wouldn't mind going to see and having a watch of is the luchador stuff in London that Greg Burridge does.
Yeah, I think because we had Steve Evans on before, and he was the lucha guys in London. It looks really.
It looks an interesting concept because it seems that it's a whole promotion based on luchador wrestling. How can that not be good?
Yeah, no, the name just says it all. I mean, Lucha Britannia. There you go. The brain just put on. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It is going to be. They really like. I mean, with Greg Burridge involved, he's putting his stuff into it, and all the other guys are doing it. The name says it all, and so you're going to get people doing that type of style. Yeah.
Again, it's a good variety of what you've got available, which is always awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They'll always have that stuff, but we'll see.
This is true.
It's oh god, it's yeah. the chat again. It's like LDN wrestling and stuff like that, and all the other thing that's going up. And Nixie, are you all right?
Yeah.
Is the cat fed now and watered and all happy?
Yeah, she shut up. She shut up now, yeah.
Yeah, she burnt a thumb.
It actually really stings.
Same with LDN, you can't polish a turd.
Never a truer word said.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't say that when I'm making chocolate cupcakes, you know.
Well, you can't polish a turd.
Think it through.
Yeah, don't try polishing a cupcake either. That's the only advice I can give.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yawning.
Don't start yawning. It's far too early for that business.
I keep yawning through the day, so I just try my best to see what I can do.
You've got 6.5 hours to go. Come on. Not that long.
Piece of cake, piece of cake.
People won't stop blooming well texting me today.
Yeah.
Oh, aren't you the popular one?
Fuck, my thumb hurts.
Because you burnt it.
Oh, dear.
Getting back on track, do you know we were talking before, I think it was Nixie mentioned trying to nail down a certain pay-per-view, or I think it was you, Dino, to sum up the Attitude Era.
Oh, yeah.
Been thinking about it for ages, and I think it's so hard. But what me and the guys have been doing when we're going to do a show or watch pay-per-views for around that area, and we've got a pack of pay-per-views for the whole year of 2001, and 2001 was arguably the best year for pay-per-views and for storyline angles that was going, because this was sort of before, during, and after the Invasion storyline, which I thought was absolute genius. I thought that was genius start to finish. But one of the best pay-per-views on there was King of the Ring 2001. That was phenomenal.
Was that Shane versus Kurt Angle?
It was.
Yeah, that was amazing.
It's absolutely superb. That stood out head and shoulders as one of the best pay-per-views I've seen.
Edge won. That was, you know what, Angle doubled that night because he did King of the Ring versus Edge, which Edge won, and he did Shane versus Kurt.
Double duty. It's very rare that a star does that. It seems to only be Dolph Ziggler who does it nowadays, in all fairness.
It's okay. I'm just checking something in the room, that's all. I'm just making sure that we're okay. And we're not breaking any rules, in which we're not, so we're all right. We're secret to go.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Oh no, Steve, don't get me wrong. This is us watching it now, a lot older than 18. When I was 18, I think we were just interested in going out drinking and pulling birds. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but that was probably the majority of what I was thinking at that time.
Do you know how old I was in 2001?
I don't want to know, Nixie, because you're a child. You're a baby.
I was 11.
Oh, dear God.
I was 11 and then eventually 12 by the end of it. I know.
It doesn't make me feel old. It just makes me feel more experienced.
Thing is, like, you know the funny thing, and I always tell this story, I kept WrestleMania 17, we recorded it off Sky Sports on a video, and I kept it for years and years, and I just kept watching it. I don't know what made, because by sort of 2003, I was kind of out of the loop of wrestling a little bit, and I just kept going back to it and watching it, and every time I watched it, and I could never think why, I just looked at it and went, I love that. And it's only sort of more recent years, we've gone and watched it again, and I've been like, God, I love that. But I kept that video, even though DVD players were out for so many years.
To keep a video that long is pretty special. I'm just trying to think. I don't even think I own a video these days. It's all either on DVD or on an external hard drive. But WrestleMania 17 on video is pretty special.
I don't know what made me keep it. What made me keep it? Just something made me keep it. And every so often I would just go back and I would just watch it. And it would just, even though still now, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know who wins. I know everything, the ending, everything that happens. I still go back and think, God, that was a good show. Just something about it. It's special.
As far as pay-per-views go, that it stood out. It was, to be fair, I'll say near enough top to bottom, the card was pretty impressive. If I remember right, it started off with, was it Jericho and William Regal was the first match, I remember.
Yeah.
And those two together in the ring, absolute top draw, amazing. Jericho and William Regal in their prime at 17. Just I think, didn't Kurt Angle and Benoit is another one I remember from that pay-per-view.
Yeah. The thing is, there's still there's filler matches, like you had APA and Taz versus Right to Censor.
Right to Censor, yeah.
And that was still a good match, even though it was a filler match. It was still a good match, and you still wanted to see it.
Yeah, that was only a short match, wasn't it?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. You don't get that now. If you got a filler match, you'll sit there and go, "Oh, here we go, blooming filler match." And back then, you were like, "Oh God, let's watch this."
Yeah, well, the table ladders and chairs match was in that 17.
Yeah, TLC too.
Christian, yeah. That was the second one. Again, that was probably one of the biggest standout matches of the night. But, I mean, the main event for the whole thing, Austin against The Rock, that was brilliant. Absolutely amazing.
Then, of course, you have the forgotten, the one that they say never happened, Taker versus
Triple H.
Triple H, yeah. When that come around again and they said, well, you're saying it's first time, but it's not, they went, well, it never happened.
It's hard to take that in. But yeah, I get it. It's quite undertaking. Look, it's counted towards the streak, so how can you forget about it? If you're going to put it in the equation, you can't not talk about it.
Hardcore title match as well, when they nearly ran over Raven. They nearly killed Raven, didn't they?
Yeah, Raven almost died.
By accident.
I used to love the hardcore title. I thought that had such a good run. Because it was open to everyone. When they brought in the 24/7 rule, I thought that was hilarious when Crash Holly was the champion.
Yeah, and he was running around nuts because he couldn't keep awake, and then eventually was it Gerald Briscoe or someone like that come and pinned him with a finger.
Yeah, and just little things like that were just hilarious. It was just so funny. The hardcore title, I think there was talk about it a few months, bringing it back, but I don't know if it would fit in in the
No.
society today.
That's all I have to say about that is God, no. For the love of God, no.
Fair play.
When you look at it, you think about all the stuff that'll happen. I mean, everybody remembers the hardcore title, the runaround at WrestleMania 18.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. It gave a different thing on the pay-per-view itself. I just love the fact it was 24/7. That simple. As long as you had a ref with you, that was it. Gone.
Yeah, defended at any time.
It's I've got a great story about that.
So,
This is going to wake me up. I just when I worked at Holiday Centres, when I was in this PGL, the guys had a wrestling belt, and it was a old WWF World Championship belt. And I said, "Oh, I could spray NWO on that if I won that." And he just warned me, and he says, "If you touch this, if what you win it," and then all of a sudden he was laid on the floor one night, and he was like, and I just went, "Hardcore!" Boom, and I just dropped him on a big L. And I see it bad, but I went across his windpipe.
oh,
I just heard a crack and went down, and he's, and I'm going, 1, 2, 3, thank you, I'm the champion. He went to hospital, I'd crushed his windpipe.
you're just another Mabel in the making, aren't you, Dino?
3 weeks in hospital, but that's not the best bit. The first day of hospital, it came out, I'm sat from watching TV. He's got a croaky voice, but it's coming back. And he picks up a half-full bottle of cider and just shouts, "Hardcore!" Hits me over the head with this bottle of cider. Picks me up off of the sofa. Body slams me on the ground. I'm like, oh my God, I broke my back. And he's going, right. And he goes, quick, somebody count. 1, 2, 3. I'll have that belt. Thank you very much. I'm half dead. And I went, oh, and he went, payback is a bitch. And I couldn't move for 2 weeks. But that 24/7 rule, it was the most stupidest rule in the world. But the things we used to do at this holiday centre was hilarious. I mean, it used to be 35 feet up an abseil tower, and it was like, right, hardcore, bang, that was it. And it was the craziest belt in the world, but it was the most fun. And I always remember the hardcore belt, and that's one of the rules I always remember. It was superb belt, superb rule. Nobody was safe. The
24/7 rule, it is. It's absolutely genius. It's another good thing that you can say about WWE. That's one thing that they got absolutely spot on right.
I think Crash Holly was the master of the 24/7 rule. Crash Holly.
Oh.
He
was. What a loss he was. He was brilliant.
Crash Holly, rest in peace, Mike. Rest in peace. One day, you never know. If they ever put a hardcore section into the WWE Hall of Fame, I did put Crash Holly in it.
Yeah, that man would walk in.
Yeah. But I can't see it. I mean, if they put a Celebrity Hall of Fame in it, we've got that type of a Hall of Fame. So, but I can't see it myself. I don't want to see a bloody Celebrity Hall of Fame. There's too many of them.
It's harsh, isn't it, having a celebrity wing?
Yeah.
But at the same time, the celebrities that they've inducted in over the last, say, 2 or 3, they have contributed in a way.
Drew Carey.
Yeah, Drew Carey. Everyone remembers him for the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers that. Bob Ecker. Everyone remembers Andre the Giant strangling him. Mike Tyson, everyone remembers him being with Shawn Michaels and Austin. Again, these are only the last 3 that I can think of. But they all did contribute in a good way, and you can remember them.
William Perry was in because of the Rumble at WrestleMania 2, the Battle Royal at WrestleMania 2.
Oh, the fridge, yeah.
You've got, who else? Pete Rose, he's in for being tombstoned by Kane at 2 WrestleManias.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and he did a couple of things on Raw as well, so yeah. But I can't understand why they had it. I mean, we've talked about it before. We've always talked about it. It's the biggest talk. I think if you put your mind to it, you could talk about this.
Non-stop for quite some time.
Come on, my rugby club's made 7 out of 7. Get in, come on, we're going to be the champions.
Good to see you got the eye on the ball, Dino.
Oh, it's just me, mate. It's just all these text messages are coming. Oh, shit, 2 seconds. The fact is, I've not been to a rugby match this year. In my rugby team, I've won every match. So
Stay away.
What do I do? Exactly. Rugby league. St Ives Roosters is my team. I'm in charge of the fundraising and stuff. And I've been to a match this year, and they've not lost a game. Now, there's only about 3 or 4 left in the season. Do I turn up, or do I stay away?
Stay away.
And I'm really, really tempted just to stay away. I mean, I don't want to be bad luck on them. I mean, I turn up to training and maybe wish them more well and try and sell the gear. But end of the thing, it's just sorry, John. It's just my local rugby team. That's it. We'll get back on the subject. I do apologise, my friend. Sorry about that. This is British Wrestling Radio, not British Rugby League Radio.
Well said. You've got your own show for this, Dino.
Not yet. I haven't. I'm trying to work out when to do that.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Do apologise for that. Yeah. It's. I think when we look back and we had the hardcore and the Hall of Fame, it's the one subject that everybody's got an opinion on. It's the one thing that everybody says, "Oh, you got," but there's one name that everybody agrees on. And
Go on.
Savage.
Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't matter who you are in this world. Wrestling fans around this world. Savage.
And the question is, will he ever go in?
I don't think he will. I really don't. I don't think he'll ever go in.
Well, I know wasn't it in his will that he will only go in if him and his brother and his dad go in all together as one?
Where'd you hear that?
Yeah, I think that was one of the amazing. Yeah. It's too. I mean, Mecca's just said it. Undertaker and Savage. It's too soon for Undertaker.
Yeah, he's still got a legacy that's continuing.
Yeah. We all know. I think even if he does it one wrestle match a year, he's still. I mean, he still put on a great show at Mania this year. Yeah, his brother said it in an interview.
Yeah, Lanny said it.
And he just said, yeah, to put all 3 of them in it. I think with all the rumours with Stephanie and everything like that, but if the rumours were true, surely Vince would have had the police on Macho. He would have had the police on him.
He would have been ready to hand over the keys to the kingdom if that was the case. So there's arguments to and against. That might have just been a nasty rumour drummed up, which was not true and just hung about.
Yeah. But it's like I said, I mean, it's when you see excuse me, I mean, there's 2 names there, I think, yeah, SWA has said it, Chaz has just said it in the chat room. Owen Hart, Savage, Bulldog and Dynamite. Dynamite won't go in because of the thing is
he's a bit. I don't mean this in a bad way, but he's a bitter man these days now. Dynamite. He won't let that wound heal.
I don't think. I mean, Dynamite is still very bitter towards Davey Boy. He's really still bitter towards him.
Yeah. And
I just don't think that, as much as we all would love him to be in, and as much as everything, it's got nothing to do with drugs. I mean, you look at all the people. I mean, the reason Rude Dynamite Bulldog won't go in, drugs. No.
No.
Do with drugs. It's got nothing to do with that. We don't know why Rick Rude's not in. We don't know why Dynamite and Bulldog's not in. But if that's the case, I mean, you look at. I mean, there's all the people that has been in. I mean, Eddie Guerrero's in, and what? I mean, he was the big drugs guy as well, wasn't he? I mean, we all know he had the heart disease. So that's not. I mean, Eddie Guerrero went in, and it's not to do with drugs. It's just Vince saying it's another version of the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. That's all.
I kind of agree with that. I'll be honest.
I just think. I mean, I know Edge has had a great career, and I'm really sorry that I'm really sorry that he had to retire through his neck, but putting him in the Hall of Fame this year was a bit too soon.
I agree with that.
He should have gone in 2 or 3 years down the line. There was other guys that deserved to go into that Hall of Fame before him.
Do you not think, though, that might have been kind of a thank you to him to get him to extend and go on to a Legends contract,
Yeah.
which he in turn turned down?
It's, yeah, I mean, who knows what's happening in that bloody place? I mean, we don't know what do they think and what's the criteria for this bloody thing. I thought it was amazing when they put the four horsemen in this year. It just seems wrong sometimes that, I mean, every year we build his hopes up and we go, maybe this is the year, maybe this is the year. And then you see these guys and they do put their bodies on the line, and they did pave the road for the other people. It just seems to me like some of them, I mean, this year, I mean, Edge, the Four Horsemen, it looked great. And I know Nixie doesn't agree with the fact that Sunny went into the Hall of Fame, but really, Sunny was the first diva.
Is that a good thing, though?
No, she wasn't first lady of wrestling. Excuse me.
Yeah, first diva, and at it, in her time, she was the bomb. She was the best. She was hot. This is before she developed a naughty habit.
Yeah, but was she a good wrestler?
Elizabeth.
She wasn't a wrestler. She was.
Exactly. That's their lies in my problem.
I don't want to use the term valet, but at the same time, I think that Sensational Sherry and Queen Elizabeth do deserve a place in the Hall of Fame. You know, regardless of when.
Sensational Sherry in the Hall of Fame?
Yes. She went in the year that she died.
Yeah, because I've got it on Diva. Isn't that the year Eddie Guerrero went in, I think, actually?
Sherry's been dead 5 years, so we're looking at the class of 2007.
No, it must have been 2006 Eddie went in. It was 2006, because I remember watching it. I can't watch that Hall of Fame. I end up in tears.
It was WrestleMania 22 was the year that Ray won the world title.
Yeah,
it was the year
which was obviously going to happen, but...
He went in that year, so and that was the year that Brett went in the Hall of Fame, so I don't think it was Sensational Sherry that year. But I mean, if you put, I mean, Elizabeth, she deserves a place because everybody called her the first lady of.
And she was.
She was great. She had that gorgeous smile. Did a thing. She even did it in WCW with Macho. She really did a place and. No, she wasn't a wrestler, but she did other things because you can't say like, oh, we can't put her because she didn't wrestle. He never wrestled a match. He went in the Hall of Fame, so you can't. I mean, it's just a case of hello, we got a phone call.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
You are about to reach the 3/4 mark.
Yes, I am.
And how do you feel now?
I'm getting there. I'm just getting there. It's just getting to a stage where every minute feels like an hour, really.
And what about the beauty school dropout? How's that holding? Are you learning your lines for it yet?
I'm trying.
I've been listening. I've had it on in the background. I've not heard any rehearsals whatsoever.
I think he was rehearsing in the shower.
I had a shower because I needed a shower. I'd had a cold shower. I needed to wake up and get me back in, and I started to let some lines in. But it's a good job he didn't hear it. Cause, my wife.
It was screams and tears and terror, wasn't it? Rattling through your body.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're getting there. But we're over £300 now, so there's 200.
Over £300, so you've got less than. You're more than halfway to the £500 total to sing this song. I'm sure people in the chat room would donate £1 of their money to go in to make Dean sing "Beauty School Dropout" from Greece.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we are getting there. It's like it does feel as though every minute's now like, oh, it feels like 10, And then we go, oh dear God, hurry up, please. And it's getting an I-5. It's closer. I just think of it this way. I'm closer to the finish than I was at the start.
You are now. There's no going back now, you know.
It sounds absolutely stupid, but I just look at it and going, okay, 5, and it was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then cracking it now. And it does one of these things that's, it is getting there. I mean, we are chugging along. We're dragging up the subjects out of the air, and we are passing the time. It's an absolute cracking time. We're doing it. Nixie's been a star. Joe's been an absolute legend in this. We are getting there. It's amazing.
Yeah, I thought I'd just check in because I'm going to have to pop out soon. There's a wrestling show on in Shepshed this evening, which I'm going to, which the House of Pain lads are on again.
All right. Well, have a great time, mate. Have a great time.
Will do. If you're in the Shepshed area or the Loughborough Leicester area, it's at the Glenmore Centre, Fort Road in Shepshed. Postcode's LE12 9LU. Doors are at 6:30.
Right.
And it's £5 or £7 adults, £5 children, and if you've got family, it's £20 ticket.
Right.
And apparently, according to Facebook, World of Sport legends Blondie Barrett's going to be there.
All right. Nice.
Styx is going to be there. Joe Connors is booked on it. Or might even be running it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Let's just have a look at the list of who's going very quickly.
Go on, my man. You go.
Clap the names if you know him. No, you don't know him. You won't know him. You don't know him. Nobody's going. No, you don't know him.
Nobody's going. Sounds like a great show.
No one's going. I'm going. It's a lot of the House of Pain lads. A lot of the House of Pain. Paul Malin's going. Paul Malin's booked for it.
Hey.
Luscious Lucas Black's going. Nate Cole, House of Pain champion's going to be there. Yes, Bob Barrett, according to Facebook, is going. Interesting. Very interesting. So you're coming up to 6 minutes until 5 minutes now. You reach this milestone in your in this career that you'll probably never ever want to do again. Your poo will be a dribbly green after this is all done, and you'll just want to melt into a big ice cream tub and be thrown in the bin. So, as we come up to 5 to 5.
5 to
5 to 5. What and where is all the items available on eBay right now?
That's what I was just going to say about presenters gone up to 30.
Oh, God. Oh, here we go. Right, let's have a look.
There you go. Do you want to have a go at being a presenter on this show?
Yeah.
There is an eBay auction going on right now to be a presenter on this show.
Yes. £30 now is the presenter. Yep. That's just gone up. It's the only one that's gone up now. Everything else is good. Yeah, we're getting because there's 5 hours left, it is going to go. The last hour, so.
We hope so. We hope so.
Yeah, I hope so.
Keep. I know. There's eBay tactics for bidding, but please keep bidding. It's all for a good cause.
That's it. It's for charity, so get your hand in your pocket.
Indeed.
All right. Well,
right. I'll let you celebrate this 3/4.
Yeah.
3/4 milestone with everybody. In the meantime, I'll get myself ready and I'll go down to Shepshed. Maybe I could get somebody like Styx, Paul Malin, Joe Connors on the phone for you. How does that sound?
That'd be superb, mate. Thank you very much. That'd be superb, yeah.
I could even get maybe if he's there, well, the sport legend Bob Barrett as well.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, that'll be superb to get anybody on, mate. Great time at Shepstead, mate. And hope you everything goes. Have a great time and a nice night.
Oh yes, I'll be calling back. Don't you worry. I've got to introduce you, haven't I?
Yeah.
I've got to do the Matthew Kelly.
No, you haven't. No.
I have. Don't you argue with me, young man.
Giving it your
Don't
all.
you argue with me. Someone's going to put their hand in the pocket and make. Someone's going to put their hand in the pocket and make that tally up to 500 quid for you to sing "Beauty School Dropout" from Greece.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to have to do it no matter what. I think even if I get close, I think we're going to have to do it.
Well, we're going to make you do it.
But I will see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
Still Nixie.
I'll unlock the troll gate and we'll let all the trolls come in if you don't sing it.
Yeah, don't. We've had enough of trolls. They're coming in now.
Oh dear.
Just come back in, yeah. The name of Dino, put your hand in my pants. Yep, there's another one.
Who just likes the sound of your voice?
Yeah, here we go. We've got the troll back in the chat room.
Well, according to Nixie, she did say you've got a wonderful speaking voice, Dino.
Speaking and singing is two different things with me.
Yeah, he's just venting steam now.
And I understand it because she's picked the longest song on the Bleeding soundtrack, which I'm not happy about. So that's the Bleeding.
Well, that was you. That was you just thinking, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just been Bleeding nutting. I thought, oh, what have I done here? But yeah, it's the longest song on the Bleeding soundtrack. Every other song, 2 minutes long, and I picked the one that's 4. Thank you very Bleeding much.
There you go. We are on a countdown now. We're under 1 minute for you to reach your milestone.
Yeah.
In 40 seconds, you will have reached 3/4 of the way through your 24-hour radio wrestling show.
And you're still fighting fit.
And you're still fighting through it. Have you had anything to eat?
Yeah, I've had some stuff, yeah.
Good man. Here we go. We are on 15 seconds. 14. That count at home as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. This is BBC News at 5 o'clock with Dean.
5 o'clock. Good effort.
There you go. There you go. Look at the chat room. The chat room's gone ape shit. Look.
Hello, this is Sean Aston. Sam, I think you call. Hello?
Hey,
hello.
Sean.
Hi, is it Dean?
Yeah, Dino's here.
Yeah, it's Sean Aston. I'm calling. Sam asked me to give you the call.
All right, nice to meet you.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Nice to hear from you.
Hello?
Can you still hear us, Sean?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you very much for calling in.
No worries.
Can you hear Dino?
No, I can hear you.
Hold on a sec. So I can do this.
Dean, I'm going to get off the line and get ready. And
Okay.
I'll be calling you later. All right?
All right. No problem. Have you got my number?
I think we've got a bit of a mistake here, right? G-Man, that's awesome, mate. Thanks a lot for calling in, and we'll speak to you later on.
Okay, mate.
Sean, if you can hang on the line, that'd be great.
Okay.
Apologies for all this. Right there, that's gone. Yes. No.
All right, that's gone. It will say we've just got you on now, Sean. Again, thanks a lot for calling in, mate.
No problem.
So what have you been doing with your day while we've been doing a marathon British Wrestling Radio production?
We've been at training this afternoon at the RWA, overseeing all that, making sure everyone's working hard, and getting ready for the next show on the 28th of July.
Excellent. What's the name of the show?
It's Summer Showdown.
Awesome. Would you want to tell us a bit about that? Who's going to be on it and starring on it?
Yeah, it's our big summer card, headlined by the first ever Grangeway kennel match, which is Babyface Pitbull versus Craig Winters.
Yeah.
And we'll have the second semi-final of the tag team title tournament, which is Beyond the Mat versus Hayden and Lussard. So it's going to be a big match to find out who'll face J-Fab and Little John in the final to take the title belts.
Awesome. That's going to be a good one, that.
Right.
Is Sam going to be appearing on the card?
Yeah.
Yep, Sam's in the heavyweight title match, the Grangeway kennel match, against Craig Winters.
Awesome. Dino, are you still there?
Can you hear me now, guys? No?
Yep, I can hear.
Oh, you can hear me now? Oh, great stuff. Sorry about that. I've just been trying to I'm just all over the place. I bought a new computer for the night and he forgot to show me how to work it. So, so it's a Windows 7 because I'm not used to that. But, yeah, Sean, so you've got this, is it tonight you've got a show? Sorry,
No. Next show is July 28th.
Yeah.
So it's a few weeks away, yeah.
All right. So you're getting all set to do that one, are you? Or everything's in place at the moment, is it?
Yeah, wheels are turning. Everything's been set in motion. As we were just saying, it's Babyface Pitbull versus Craig Winters in the main event. It's the first ever Grangeway kennel match for the RWA heavyweight title.
Yeah. So, ticket sales going all right?
Yeah, as nicely as they ever do. We tend to get quite a lot of people as well come to the junior show in the afternoon, and then enjoy what they've seen and want to stay around for the senior show as well, which is always good. It's great when the kids get involved and then can bring their families along to the evening and see what they're going to be doing in a few years once they've carried on with the training and progressed a little bit further.
It's good that you're giving the kids a platform to get out there and get some good experience on. It's only gonna help them and benefit you guys as a school.
Absolutely, and not just us as well, but the other organisations in the area. So you've got the BPW, you've got PCW, a lot of places like that around, and it's really good, as you say, to get the kids. We train from as young as 8 years old.
Wow.
Get them coming through, learn the ropes from some of the best talents in the Northwest, and then progress onto our main shows, progress onto other people's shows as well.
That's awesome. You're giving them you're basically giving them a skill and a trade that they can go on and improve.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just about wrestling, although obviously that's first and foremost, but it also helps them to learn about discipline and looking after themselves, and also looking after other people as well. Because as you must be aware, you've got to take care of people. You've got to make sure that everyone's as safe as can be. As much as you're trying to win your match, you don't seriously want to seriously hurt someone or put them out of action for good.
Of course. There's a lot of trust involved between the guys who perform.
Absolutely. If you can't trust your opponent, then you've got nothing.
Agreed. Totally. The show would just be boring and stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many years have you been involved with the wrestling then, Sean, is it?
Personally, well, I've watched wrestling since I was a kid. And then it was my 29th birthday last year, and I decided to finally take the plunge and go get involved properly. I'd looked into it a few years earlier. When I was at university, me and a friend used to watch all the pay-per-views together, and we'd watch Raw and SmackDown, and we always wanted to get involved in wrestling, but never followed through. And with my 30th birthday looming, I decided to finally go and do it. So I found the RWA and never looked back, and they've been brilliant. Oh. And now I get to run the show.
Excellent, super. And you've never had any setbacks. It's all straightforward, and you've all enjoyed every minute.
Every minute, yeah. It's absolutely brilliant. The guys there are great to work with. Don't see eye to eye with everyone all the time, but that's the same as in life in general. You're always going to have people you get on better. Sorry?
Yeah, surely that's healthy, that you've not just got a bunch of yes men hanging around with you.
Oh, absolutely not. It's the last thing you want. One guy putting out ideas and everyone immediately agreeing. You need that flow of conversation and debate to make for a lively show and to make for a good school as well. Because if you've not got new ideas, if you're always run by the same rules, then no one's ever going to learn and no one's ever going to progress.
No, this is true.
No, and everything's progressing in the right way, in the right stage for you at this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I couldn't be happier with how it's going. The school's run really well. Des Robinson, I might not see eye to eye with Des Robinson all the time, but he runs the school brilliantly. You've got Corey E, who's our NXL champion, who helps out with the training of the young guys as well. So he's bringing them up well. And then on show days, of course, I run the show and make sure that everything goes smoothly. You know, not always happy that Pitbull ends up with the title, but you know, we'll do our best to get that title off of him one way or another. And as I say, the next show, Summer Showdown, is a Grange Way Kennel match, and that's something that he's never had to face before. So hopefully this will be the one.
He's a worthy champion, but yeah, it's going to take something fairly special to take the belts off that guy.
Well, you know, Craig Winters is a very special challenger. Yeah. So hopefully this will be the one.
Well, fingers crossed in one sense and not so much in another.
I know everyone loves the Pitbull, but you know, me and him don't always see eye to eye. Let's just say he's laid me on my back a few times. So hopefully it'll be him down for the free camp this time.
Nothing longer wanting to see a bit of comeuppance there.
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, I don't get on always with Des Robinson either. He's put a few shots in me before. So hopefully it'll be time soon for him to get his comeuppance as well.
Fantastic.
Well, thanks very much for ringing in, Sean. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Thank you for taking the time out to do this for us.
No problem, anytime.
It's absolutely great.
As I say, Summer Showdown, and then of course, if you've got any listeners there who are interested in training, who are interested in getting into the sport themselves, it's really worthwhile, and we meet every Saturday from 11 o'clock at the Grange Way Community Centre in Runcorn.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All your information you need. And we'll get it all on Facebook, and anyone's our page on Facebook, and let everybody know all the upcoming shows and everything like that for you. No problem at all.
That's great.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sean. You take care, okay?
Cheers,
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
See you, pal.
There you go. Right, well, it's just me and you because Nick's just disappeared.
That's fine, mate. What a nice guy. Good for him to take the time out of his day.
Oh, yeah.
To us.
Every single person who's ring, everybody who's rung, it's just been an absolute pleasure to speak to people in the British wrestling world, and they're taking the time to ring in and talk to us and everything, and it's absolutely great.
All part of the community, mate. It's all fighting for the one common goal. It is lovely to see.
Yeah, it's great to watch and everything. I like how many mods we've got in our chat room. Yeah, Dino UK. Oh look, Dino UK. No, there's only one Dino UK. Me.
Goodbye, Dino UK.
Yeah. I really am gonna have a go at him on Twitter. I really am gonna have a go. I'm gonna get him.
We need to, mate. Remember, the cream always rises above the shit. So.
Yeah.
Right, he's gone. Well, while Nixie's gone, then let's drum up a topic that we can talk about with the guys in the chat room.
Yes. All right. Come on, guys. We need a topic. We'll just open up. Any questions you want to ask? Anything you want to know? Give us something to see if we can go with. WSN source. Oh dear me. Come up with something good. Yes, Dino, your go. Talk about that. Well, let's talk about nothing at all, actually. You've got to do a custom ban. It's not just a ban, it's a custom ban. And I think that is the IP address at the bottom. It's not just a normal ban, you just got a custom ban on the thing. But let him do it. Are you just giving me ratings? All these times you pops in, the ratings go up. It's great. Oh, Dead Dave 316619 has said, will the WWE be better when Vince is no longer with us?
I would say that depends. When Stephanie and Triple H take over, it would depend what changes they make behind the scenes in terms of the writers and the bookers and things like that.
Yeah. People forget, I think, what Vince has done has been nothing short of genius, what he's done.
Agreed.
Because everything he's done, he's always had people said, you will never do that. You will never, ever have a worldwide, you'll never have a countrywide promotion. You will only ever have New York. You will not have the biggest roster in the world. You will not take over the territories and everything like that. And it's just...
I think, though, with one aspect is he's always had big competition. And the last few years with him not having big competition, it hasn't always been the best product it could be.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know what anyone else in the chat room feels on that, but maybe that was the key to Vince's success, always having somebody or something to beat, something to be bigger and better than.
Yes, it's I think with Vince, and there's a lot of people say, oh yeah, is he a genius? Is he crazy? I think he's a bit of both. I really believe he's a bit of both.
He's kind of like a misunderstood genius.
Yeah. I mean, anybody that can do what he did. I mean, he placed all his eggs in one basket when he said, I'm going to do a thing called WrestleMania, where everybody knows how close that was to
taking them under.
Yeah. And it's yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one to call.
It's a tough one because, like, you know for the fact that Vince is always there in that gorilla position, and he's the one that's feeding everything and telling everybody what to say. You may not agree with it, but you're always talking about it. That's
and
the
always
thing.
Watching it.
Yeah. It's always the same. Nick, Steve, stop telling me how many hours is left. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but look at that. That's a hill compared to the mountain when you started.
Yeah, but it's getting so bleeding long. I mean, it's like, 23 hours left. You did it. 23 hours left. 22, 21. Oh, Jesus, God help me.
5 hours left now, mate.
I know, yeah.
Go on, carry on with your point anyway.
But I think with Vince, I mean, everybody knows what he's done. It's like we just said. You may not agree with what he's done, but you talk about it, and you're always tuning in and watching him.
Yeah. Always talking about it. You're always interested in that product.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it just seems to me like Vince, I call him like, I mean, we know how close the WWE came to folding in the 90s because of the WCW thing. And it was really close. And I know it was really close to watching how really bad it was with the contracts, and then you saw, and then all of a sudden he just said, right, we're going to do it this way. It always seems, it always seems to be the case of whatever Vince tries, it comes off. And he made a decision a few years ago to go PG and said, we're going to go get the kids. Now, them kids are growing up. Them kids that was 10, 11, 12 years old at one stage, they're now 16, 17, 18, and it seems like the WWE maybe these kids might be saying, well, I'm tired of, like, I don't like John Cena anymore, and it just seems wrong.
I think they've done really well they've had to change the product a lot to bring back a lot of the guys who they lost when Cena, Randy Orton and guys like that were taking over. Bringing back Brock Lesnar again, and a few weeks ago we were talking about it, and I said it was a good masterstroke to bring him back in. They should have got him on more appearances on his contract because it brought in that MMA audience. It brought in the older fans who wanted to see that more edgier attitude era type action. So the way they've changed the product, the way they've developed and the way they've gone along, they have done well with a lot of things, but again, like anything, there's a lot more that can be improved and changed.
Yeah, I think with Brock, I just think they've brought back the biggest jobber in the history of the WWE, because I can't see Lesnar ever winning a match while he's in the WWE.
No, John Cena's the biggest jobber in my eyes, jobbing to anybody who comes in. But I get your point.
I think, because like we know Triple H is versing at SummerSlam, and we know for a fact Triple H won't lose that. There's no way in the world.
Yeah, again, depending on what's on the line. But then again, you know what Vince does? He gets his competition and he crushes them. Maybe this is way of Vince's crushing Lesnar for leaving and turning his back on them. He's just going to make him look an absolute fool.
Seamus, that wasn't Andy. That was a guy I know called Adi, who's part of my gaming group. Yeah. So that's not him. But Andy Roberts will always find a way around it. He'll always find a way. But Lesnar's not happy, is he? He's not very happy with the WWE at the moment. He doesn't seem that he's not happy with the way the promises are being given and everything that he said was happening and it's not happening, and he's wah, and all the wambulance things is coming into play.
Well, I agree with what Eminem said, and he's getting his just desserts. Vince should embarrass him. Lesnar turned his back on the WWE, turned his back on us as fans, turned his back on Vince McMahon. Vince has got him in the palm of his hand now, and Vince will do what Vince does best with competition or angry ex-employees. He will crush them and humiliate them.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, it's like that. I've just said though. I don't think I'll see Lesnar win a match while he's in the WWE.
And if not, we don't lose out.
No, because we get to see Lesnar and everything. But who do you see Lesnar taking on? I mean, we know that Lesnar's going to go to WrestleMania. But who do you see Lesnar taking on at WrestleMania?
I don't know. I can't see him going down the line. I can't see him picking up a fight against Punk. Can't see him going up against Bryan. Can't see him going up against Undertaker. It's going to be very tough, with the exception, to be fair, the only realistic one I'm guessing is maybe John Cena.
Don't you think The Rock or anything like that?
There'd be no reason for The Rock to fight him, though, even building up a story. I don't know. That wouldn't make sense. Because by obviously what The Rock was saying after Mania and stuff, he's only interested in the title picture now. That's obviously the next chapter in his legacy.
Yeah.
Come back, beat Cena at Mania, become the best WWE superstar, and then he wants to be world champion.
I think we've got a case of we've just got a case. I mean, of they've got Lesnar where he had 40 dates. I think he's used about 12, 13. He's on Raw this week. He's been advertised. He's going to answer to Triple H. We know what's going to happen. It's just a case now of Lesnar's going to do all his dates, walk away and say, okay, I came back, done what I wanted to do, and then I'll disappear again.
Yeah.
But it's, and then I've got a sneaking feeling he'll end up back in MMA again, because I just think he'll go, Dana White thinks I'll get one more match out of him. And
he may do, and if that's the path he wants to take, then fair play to him, but I think he doesn't have any. He's got no power in WWE. He's got no say in WWE.
No.
Vince has made his plans. He knows what he's going to do, and it's going to play out whether he.
I must admit,
no.
Did you mark out when he came through the curtain after the night after WrestleMania?
Yeah, listen to that tune as soon as it hit.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that crowd would have gone mental for anybody returning that night.
But you know what kind of ruined it though? The crowd was singing for Brock Lesnar and cheering like halfway through, and I'm like, are they cheering for Lesnar? That kind of spoiled it. But then it didn't, because as soon as the music hit, it was like, Brock's back. This is going to be interesting.
It's oh dear me.
Come on, shake up, soldier.
I'm all right. I yawn all the time. It's okay. As long as I'm talking, I'm fine. It's the thing. I think the case, I mean, we always look about it with Lesnar and what happened. I mean, he's always be part of the worst match that ever happened at WrestleMania against Goldberg.
Yeah.
When you cheer for the referee, you know there's something wrong with that match. And cheering when they cheered for Austin, and then he did the stunner on both of them.
Yeah.
That was the worst match I've ever seen at WrestleMania. But then and I love the New York crowd. singing "No, no, 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 hey, hey, goodbye" to both of them. That was brilliant.
I think Austin was probably embarrassed to be associated with that, and he's probably turned around and gone, if you two fucking idiots don't make this work, I'm going to kill the pair of you.
Yeah.
Which made sense.
Yeah, I mean, Austin, everybody knows Austin. Everybody loves Austin with a passion. They know what he brings all the time. Somebody said this morning, I think it was like, do you think Austin will be the new general manager? And I thought, no, because he's happy doing what he's doing with Redneck Island and Tough Enough. If they ever do another Tough Enough. But I just think it's absolute crazy. But Lesnar, I think Lesnar's one of these that's like, he's come back. We knew he was going to come back at some point in his career, just to say, look, I left on bad terms and I want to put that right. We knew the Lesnar was coming back. But it just seems that he really just feels as though he's going to be the biggest jobber that the WWE's ever had.
That's it. It's planning out that way, and if it does happen, then do you know what? So be it. And Brock Lesnar's own fault. But we'll see. There's still plenty of, well, I'd say there's plenty. There's still a lot of dates left he's got to fulfill, so I'm sure it will turn into something.
I think the plan is for him to do SummerSlam and then do Survivor Series, may make an appearance at the Royal Rumble, and then he's got all the dates up to WrestleMania 29. Or was it 28 next year? 29. Yeah. So, and then we had the big rumor a few months ago, which I took apart upon myself to announce it when I said that the big rumor coming out of the USA was that WrestleMania 30 was going to be held in an Olympic city. And everybody's jumped on the bandwagon and said London is the Olympic city. Now, I don't think it'll be LA because they always hold SummerSlam in LA. That's out. Some people say Atlanta, but they just had a WrestleMania at Atlanta. And Texas, maybe. But I just don't.
The thing is, if you're looking outside of America, you can go Sydney, you can go Athens, you can go to all these different places. But again, it's just to get the interest going. It's just to get people talking, doing what WWE do very well to get you talking about them.
I think, yeah. I mean, we know for the fact there's going to be a swerve somewhere on where they're going to put WrestleMania. If they did put it in London, I'd queue it for a week to get a ticket.
It'd sell out.
It'd sell out. It would sell out. It'd be the fastest sell in WrestleMania history, without a shadow of a doubt. It would go. I'd go for the excess. I would go down for the week. I'd do everything I could possibly do. But yeah, I can't see it because of the aggro they had with SummerSlam, with '92 SummerSlam, because the Americans didn't like the time difference for when they wanted a pay-per-view on.
Yeah, it'd be a big chance for them to take them to put their biggest show of the year outside.
Yes, I think. Well, this is the thing. They put WrestleMania 29 is being held in New Jersey. Now Ryan Clark. He lives near there, and he said, why are they putting it in New York in March? I think it's March, early April, when the temperature in there doesn't get above 30-40 degrees. Anyway, so it's going to be the most freezing cold WrestleMania of all time.
That's not going to be good.
No, and the crowd are going to be in wrapped up warms and stuff, and it's just the same. I mean, London. You look at London in April, and I think it'll be the same. But
I agree. It wasn't the same. You need to have something to eat or an energy drink or something.
I'll be fine. I'm reaching for my sugar-free Relentless right now.
Good man.
I'm just getting that now, and there we go, opened, and I am real.
Job done. WN Source made a really good point there. TNA doing a pay-per-view over here is more likely, and I wouldn't be against that. That would be a good thing again for TNA and for the English fans.
Yeah, but it's like Dixie's Dixie's promised this since 2008. She's promised that we'd have an Impact within the next couple of years, and it's not happened. I know they're bringing Impact to the UK again, and they're going to have the steel cage matches and everything. But I just feel, as much as I'd love it to have pay-per-view here, I don't think they'll do it, because it would be a great night, but I just can't see them doing it. It really does. I think they're too stuck in the Impact zone. They said the